In the tutorial before this, I showed you how to create this one-page weekly undated layout inside of Adobe InDesign. So now I'm going to show you how to create this inside of Canva. And again, this is part of the larger seasonal planner that I am releasing tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to go over to Canva and you are simply going to say, create a design. And I'm going to say flyer because 8.5 by 11 is the perfect size for all of my printables. There's two ways to create a table. One, I can just click or type the slash key. And when I click the slash key, I keep saying click. When I type the slash key, it will bring up this menu. And it's like a little assistant. And I'm just going to write table. And it will automatically show me a table and I can pick how many columns and rows that I want. Now, the other way to get here is I can also go to elements, and inside of here, I can just keep scrolling over, whoops, there it is, until I see table. And they do have a couple different layouts, but again, I'm going to style it how I want, so it doesn't really matter which one you used to create that. I'm going to make 3 columns by 5 rows. And again, I'm going to kind of eyeball it, and I'm going to pull this out from the corner and have it fill up like the top half of the page. Now, don't worry, we are going to style these so these are prettier. Remember at the top we had the days of the week, and then we had a space to write over here, and then we had to-do lists, and then we had a space to write, and then we had a big box at the bottom that was for priorities. So I think this looks about right. Maybe I can make this a little taller. So we're gonna go ahead and add our text in here. So we're gonna say Monday, and we're gonna say Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is not the text that I want. I wanted to have it match the other one. So I really like Montserrat, but instead I'm going to make Gotham Medium Regular, the font that we use. Also, I want this to all be uppercase, so I'm just going to hit this button right here. It'll change it from upper to just regular. Now, I definitely want this to be applied over here as well. So we're going to do the same thing and the same thing over here. Now, the boxes, I want this box. So if I highlight, I don't have to do, so in InDesign, I had to highlight the whole box. This way I can just click inside the box and the box is selected. So here you can see that there's no color, but I do want to put a background color over here. So I want a dark blue, and you can't see the text anymore. So I'm going to change that to a white, and I'm going to hold the shift key down and do that for both of these boxes over here. And I'm going to change that text over to white. There we go. Now, the text is kind of small. There's something weird about Canva. When I make this text bigger, it will make it bigger, but watch what happens on the next one. It's moved the box. It's actually changing that box to make that box bigger to accommodate. That is not something that happens in InDesign, so it's just something for you to be aware of in case you did not intend for that box to be any bigger than it was. So you're going to have to either add a text overlay, or you're going to have to not put the text inside that actual box. Whoops, wrong direction. So we're going to make all of these 11 just to make our lives easier. And same thing over here. So we're going to make this the to-do, and we want all of this to be uppercase, and we're going to change that font again to Gotham Medium, or I think I said Gotham. I think this was a later Gotham. I think it was just the book. Yeah. Now, this one, we wanted to be a lighter color. So we're just going to copy this, paste this over here, paste this here. I don't know why I didn't keep that formatting or the font, but that's okay. We'll just change it back. And okay, so now we're going to highlight all 3 boxes, and we're going to make this a light blue. So this does not have the ability to change the tint like you did inside of InDesign, so we're just going to have to select a lighter color. Now, the text is still hard to read, so we're going to make that white. And then down here, we are going to put in the word priorities. And we wanted this one to be that Lux's, there we go, font. Over here, that script font, and it's hard to read, so we're going to go ahead and make that a little bit bigger so it's a little bit more legible. And we want it at the top. So over here for the formatting, we know that we want it in the center. But we also know that for alignment vertically, we want it here towards the top of that box. Now, this box, again, let's copy this. And again, it didn't keep the formatting. Whoops. Luxes, and what size did I say that was? 20. And we're going to align both of these to the top. There we go. So all three of these boxes need to be a really light blue color. And there we go. All right, so I'm gonna repeat this also on the bottom. All right, next you're gonna take that table and we're going to select it, and we're actually gonna just go ahead and copy and paste that whole thing. So we can just hit the duplicate button here, and we're gonna move it down to the bottom. You'll see guides kind of snap into place. And again, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I think that's a good spot for it. And then I'm gonna change these words, obviously, to Thursday and Friday and the weekend. And remember, we wanted a different color for the weekend, so we wanted to do the opposite of what it had before. So if I just select this, I'm going to change that background to nothing, and I'm going to change the text to that dark color. Same thing over here, change that background to nothing and change that text to a light blue. Maybe that's too light, make it a little darker. And over here, same thing, we're gonna change that background to nothingness and change that font to a dark blue. So instead of priorities, we're gonna put fun festivities, because in theory, that's what you should be focusing on for the weekend. All right, at the top, we're going to just add a text box. So I'm going to add a text that says week of, and then some spaces, and then some more spaces. And I'm gonna change this so it matches everything else. And we're gonna make it Gotham, and we're gonna make it a little bigger. And we're going to change that color to blue, and we're gonna just pop it up here to the top. In fact, we could make it a medium blue to match the rest of the table. And remember, we had that icon over here at the top left. So all we're gonna do is upload those icons so we can add them into this document. So we are going to look for those. They are in the seasonal planner. They are inside of icons. And we have our blue planner icon, so we're gonna upload that. And we are simply going to click this once, it'll just appear here. We can resize it and drag and drop. Okay, so it's still way, 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 way too big. And we're gonna move it over here. So that's pretty good. Might wanna say we can nudge this down just a little bit, and we can make this a little bigger and move it over. It's not exactly where I want it to be. Let's see, maybe we could take these and we could position these so that they are centered in the middle. There we go. All right, we had some confetti here in the center, so that was another file. So we have the blue confetti, and we're gonna upload that, and we're gonna throw that right there in the middle. And I'm gonna line this up over here, and I'm gonna shorten this box so it fits right there. And remember, I had some text over here. I added the words weekly highlights, and I want it to match that font and also that color. So we're gonna just push that over here to the top. And then at the bottom, I had a border that was confetti as well. So we are going to go to upload, and we're gonna add that blue confetti long. And once it's here, we're just gonna click on it and drop it. Did I hit it twice? I did. All right, we're gonna drop it down here. We're gonna line it up over here to the corners. And then we're gonna shrink it down so it fits right there. And there you go. So that is how you do the exact same layout we just did in InDesign here inside of Canva. Remember, if you would like to learn more about Canva, sign up for my free course, Canva 101. I will leave a link to that below. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I'll talk to you later.